again. Today, you and I are talking about picture graphs. So a picture graph is a graph that uses pictures to show the data. So instead of dots or bars, we're actually going to use little pictures, and they're called symbols. And a symbol is just a little picture or an image or a character, kind of like an emoji or like a heart, things like that, that we're going to put on our graphs to show the data. So it's pretty fun. Let's go watch our visual learning video to see what it looks like.
How can you show data in a picture graph? Let's find out. The tally chart shows the favorite ball games of Ms. Green's class. You can show the same data in another way. Choose a symbol to represent the data. The symbol will be a stick figure. Each symbol represents one student. A picture graph uses pictures to show data. You can draw the symbols to show the data.
Let's try it. It says drag symbols into the picture graph so that it represents the data in the tally chart. So we have two students who chose baseball as their favorite ball game. So I'm going to take two of these little pictures, these little symbols, and drag them into the picture graph. So there's two here and two here. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 students chose soccer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 here, 8 there, and then 4 for tennis. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for tennis on the table and 4 on the graph. That is what our picture graph is going to look like.
Look at the picture graph.
8 students chose soccer.
How many students chose tennis as their favorite sport? 4 students chose tennis. How do you know?
I know 4 students chose tennis because there's 4 symbols or 4 little stick people, and each stick person is 1 student. So 4 students.
There are 4 stick figures in the graph, and each stick figure represents 1 student. How would you read the graph differently if each stick figure represented 2 students?
If each stick figure represented 2 students, then we would have twice as many. So instead of having 4 students for tennis, we'd have 8 students for tennis. And instead of having 2 students for baseball, it would be 4 students.
4 students chose baseball, 16 students chose soccer, and 8 students chose tennis. Why is a picture graph a good way to display data? The pictures are easy to see and count. How can you check if the correct number of symbols were drawn for each game? You can compare the number of symbols to the number of tallies for each game. They should be equal. Now you know how to show data in a picture graph.
So now that we know what a picture graph looks like, let's go practice making some. So we're going to start on page 822 in our workbook. So if you need to pause me to go get your workbook, go ahead and do that right now. And we're just going to do these couple problems together and then watch another quick video and then get some more practice. So it says use the tally chart to complete the picture graph. Then use the picture graph to solve the problems. So this is our tally chart here. It's telling us how many of each color, or how many students chose each color as their favorite. So it says how many students like blue best. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then remember the one that goes across is number 5. So there's 5 students who chose blue as their favorite. And then if we're going to take this data and make it into a picture graph, we need to figure out what symbol it is. So we're going to use a pencil for each student that chose it. So we're going to draw little pencils in here. Now I'm probably just going to draw little slashes because I'm using a computer. So you can get as fancy with your little pictures, with your little pencils as you want. I'm just going to draw a little line. So I need to put 5 pencils. So 1 pencil, 2 pencils, 3, 4, and 5. 5 students, 5 pencils. Now for red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for purple, we have 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then it says which color is the favorite of most students. So if we look, we have 6 for red, 5 for blue, and 3 for purple. So that means that red is the favorite color because it has the most votes. Let's go watch one more quick video and then do a little bit more practice.
Remember our lesson on bar graphs about the favorite snacks of students in your class? I sure do. We started off using a table. Let's pull up the same numbers using a tally chart. There it is. Yep, we made a bar graph last time out of the data. But there's another cool way to show it. Using symbols, like stick figures. Oh, I get it. Each stick figure represents one student. Correct, Emily. Watch how we replace the numbers with pictures. And boom! We just made a pictograph. So a pictograph uses pictures or symbols to show data. For example, 5 students chose almonds as their favorite snack. That's right. So charts and pictographs are really a lot alike. But they just give the same data in different ways.
Okay, we're going to turn the page and do a little bit more practice. Okay, so we're going to do number 3 together to get started, and then we're going to do a couple of these down here to help us practice reading the picture graphs. So I am going to change my little symbol, you guys, to be a star just because I can't draw a little stick figure very well with my computer, but you guys can use the little stick figure guy to fill in your picture graph if you want to, or you can do stars. It's up to you. Just make sure you draw your little star over your picture or your stick figure guy, just like I did. Okay, so that way we know a star is 1 vote. So it says use the tally chart to complete the picture graph, then use the picture graph to solve the problems. So we need to take this data and put it into our picture graph about the favorite seasons of each student. So for spring, we have 4, so I'm going to put 4 stars. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For summer, we have 5, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For fall, there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for winter, only 2. Okay, so that's how we took the tally marks and we made that into the picture graph. So now let's look at number 4. It says, how many students like fall the best? So if you count up your pictures, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 students like fall the best. I want you to do number 5. It says, which season do exactly 4 students like the best? Which season? So if I look, spring is the only season that has exactly 4 students. So I'm going to say spring. Let's look at number 7. It says, how many students like the season with the fewest votes? So which season has the fewest votes? Winter. And how many chose winter? 2. So 2 students like the season with the fewest votes. What do you think the answer is to the number 8? Which season do the most students like? So which season has the highest number of votes? It would be summer, right? Summer has way more votes. It has 10 votes. So summer. Today's lesson's pretty short because it's pretty easy. So let's look at that homework because you are going to get some more practice. Okay, so we did like one whole page of the practice together, so I want you to do the other page. So you're going to go to page 824, and you're going to do the 4 problems that are on that page. So you're going to practice making a picture graph, you're going to answer a couple questions about it, and then do one more problem. So there's only 4, but I want you to get practice making your own picture graph, and then do your quick check. And after that, do whatever Math Facts Pro and iReady your teacher has told you to do. I will see you in like 2 weeks, you guys, for another week of Mrs. Brown's math lessons. See you then, my dear friends. Bye.